the sky, baby, you and me. We gon' find what we find and see what we see. Gon' find what we find and see what we see, baby, you and me. Tonight's night, we're gonna break on through. Gonna tell you what it is that we gon' do. We're gonna get to the heart of what is true. Gonna get to the heart of what is true, baby, me and you.
Tonight is the night we get loose. So fill up your cup with orange juice and Grey Goose. Jägermeister, Mary Jane, B pills and a freak on the side. Tonight's the night, 'cause there ain't no tomorrow.
Tonight's the night we get loose. So fill up your cup with orange juice and Grey Goose. Jägermeister, Mary Jane, B pills and a freak on the side. Tonight's the night,
'cause there ain't no tomorrow.
We done party to the light of a rising sun. Think I need another shot, come on, pour me one. What you say it might look like we are done, 'cause a ballad in my head feels like the news and it weighs a ton. We'll keep on going to the very end. Won't change my mind, no I won't bend. Trying to hide how I feel beyond the drink and the smoke. Getting butts all day till I come and I choke, 'cause I don't know who I am, you see. So tough in the world, we wanna be free.
Tonight is the night we get loose. So fill up your cup with orange juice and Grey Goose. Jägermeister, Mary Jane, B pills and a freak on the side. Tonight's the night, 'cause there ain't no tomorrow.
tonight's the night we get loose. So fill up your cup with orange juice and Grey Goose. Jägermeister, Mary Jane, 3 pills and a freak on the side. Tonight's the night,
'cause there ain't no tomorrow.
Oh, if you, what would, let me know, what's like your favorite album of your Fishbone catalog, and what's your least favorite album, and tell me why.
Well, I would say maybe, in my eye, Chim's Badass Revenge is probably my favorite album, because we were pretty much totally, completely free to record it. You know what I mean? That would be my probably my favorite one. And then the one I hated probably the most just doing was the Hollywood record. The Fishbone Friends record, you know.
Yes.
Not because of the friends or nothing, or just the whole political just hogwash behind that one.
Explain. What do you mean by political hogwash? You talk about on the business end, or do you think they wanted you to be too poppy on it, or what?
Well, on the business end, you know, the record company, it was owned by Disney, you know, Hollywood Records. So, you know, they didn't want us to actually be who we are. They wanted to kind of homogenize us, you know. And we fought it tooth and nail, fought it. And, you know, still released the record and they did nothing, so.
I'm glad you mentioned Chim, because I think Chim is a very underrated album, and actually that was probably like, I like to think of the album as like your metal album, you know what I'm saying? Like when you guys just went hard, you didn't give a fuck at that point. It was like, this one's for us. And actually, but the funny thing is, that album, you actually had a song with Busta Rhymes. Which was that was an ill combo, man. Did you guys get that vibe with him in the studio, or was that just kind of nailed in, or what?
Oh, no, we got the vibe with him in the studio, hang out, smoke some weed, talk about it, you know. It was beautiful.
And how was it working with Dallas Austin?
Oh, I love working with Dallas Austin. That's I would say my favorite producer that I work with.
Did you see it happening again? You think it'll happen again?
One never knows.
Hey, Rod, I'm going to ask you the same question, man. What's your favorite Fishbone album and your least favorite, and why? That's a tough one to say in front of all. I know.
Big homie.
That's what I'm saying. It's a tough one.
Go ahead. Tell the truth.
I'm going to tell you what. My favorite is always going to be Truth and Soul. Just because I associate, you know, the album as a work to me stands on its own, but I also associate, you know, with that record the shows at the time, because at that time, to me, that was when Fishbone, in my years of seeing them, was at their most potent was right when that record came out. They were untouchable. There was not a band that wanted to fuck with them. There wasn't a band that played with them. And I've seen many shows where they played with the Peppers and James Addiction and all kinds of local bands, and they would crush them. And it got to the point, you know, right around their time where them bands didn't do too many shows together. They hung out, and they was homies, but they would not dare set foot on a stage with Fishbone unless it was something special or a benefit or some of that nature. But Fishbone was just crushing when that record came out, and to me, it's got the best flow and collection of songs from start to finish. So I love Truth and Soul. My least favorite record,
and don't play it safe. Don't say Still Stuck in Your Throat because Walt wasn't on that album. Don't play it safe.
You know what? Honestly, because he's not out on that album, I've never heard that record. I still have not heard it to this day, and you know, it's nothing personal with them because, you know, like I said, I know Norwood pretty good now, so it's definitely nothing personal, but to me it just did not feel the same as a Fishbone record without Walt on it, so I've never heard it. So it may be a great album for all I know, it's just not one I've heard. My least favorite would probably, and most people do not agree with me, but Give a Monkey a Brain is probably my least favorite. And the only reason I say that is, you know, I didn't feel like the songs were like a complete collection, like on some of the other records. You could, you know, I always say I hear music differently because I could feel the tension and strangeness on that record.
Yes, I can too.
It just does not feel. It feels like a tense record. If you listen to it, I don't get the happy feeling or that good feeling I got from listening to other Fishbone records. You know, I listen to Fishbone, I feel good. I feel like, damn, you know, these motherfuckers is hitting. This is some bad shit. And that was the first record I listened to where after I listened to it, I didn't feel good. I didn't feel like that positive feeling. Because even when Fishbone is mad and singing about racism and some of the more negative stuff that affects the world, it fires you up with a positive energy. And I just didn't get that from that record. And, you know, subsequently, it's not one I enjoy. And I almost stopped listening to the band until I heard Chim Chim. And Chim Chim is probably my second favorite record because it was so out there. But really, it's probably those two, Truth and Soul and Chim Chim. And after that, probably their live record, which to me didn't get enough shine. They're live at the Temple Bar. That was a independently produced record, and I don't, you know, Walt could probably tell you what happened with the marketing or what have you behind all that. But to me, if you listen to that record, it's just some amazing shit going on that record.
It's funny you mentioned Give a Monkey a Brain because I always kind of got the sense that that album was a bit schizophrenic. It seemed like, you know, you'd have Unyielding Conditioning, then you had Black Flowers, but it didn't seem to mesh for me. It was just, I got a sense of the individuality of the band members on that album and less cohesiveness. I agree. Now, is that reflective of how the recording process was for that album, Walt?
Well, every recording process is different. And we approach most of them, you know, like a band. But that one, you know, it was a little weird.
Was there a lot of tension at that time in the band? Was it starting to kind of unfurl a little bit?
Yeah, you know, we had tension ever since, you know, like Give a Monkey a Brain. That's when all the big tensions came from then on after.
Well, you know, a lot of artists give you guys credit of being like their mentors, if not personally, at least stylistically. When you guys first came up, did any bands take you under their wing, or did anybody ever kind of show you the ropes a little bit, or were you just kind of like throwing in and figuring it out on your own?
We had a few bands show us the rope, like P-Funk. you know, they embraced us. We got to meet every member, hang out with every member, know every member, work with every member at some point or another, you know. You know, the specials, Madness, Bad Manners, they all embraced us, you know, and helped us out in a lot of different ways. You know, the Untouchables from LA's, you know, biggest ska band at the time. You know, a lot of bands helped us along the way. Bands, groups, individuals, elders, you know, like, you know, we truly went to school when it came to this business.
You guys were kind of thrust in at a young age, weren't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
we got together when we was about 15 or 16 years old, and, you know, been doing it together ever since, right out of high school.
So that must have been, I mean, it was kind of like learning on the fly then, right? I mean, you were probably too young to even realize you were learning stuff at that point.
Yeah. You know,
Take
we
it
just
as it
had
comes.
dreams. Huh?
Just take it as it comes, no stress, just go with it, right?
That's it.
Sometimes that's the best way.
That's it. You can't do it that way, and there's no way to do it.
What was it like? I know you got a lot of feedback when the Roots recently played Lyin Ass Bitch on Jimmy Fallon when Michelle Bachman came out. How bad was your cell phone blowing up, and how many texts were you getting after that happened?
Well, after it happened, you know, it blew up on the internet and the media. But, you know, we just smiled and enjoyed the minute in the news, you know. But other than that, you know, it just brought up a little curiosity about the band.
Have you been invited to play with on the Jimmy Fallon show yet?
On the Jimmy Fallon show?
Yeah, have you been invited? I mean, because I would think it would be natural with you guys having a new EP out. And I know Questlove is a fan of Fishbone. I think it would be natural for them to invite you on. Have they invited you on to play?
No, well, I think they're on the East Coast. Are they on the East Coast?
Yeah, they're in the Rockefeller Center, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a little expensive to fly everybody in Fishbone out there to do that show. So,
well, you know what? One thing you got to know too is that, you know, the Roots doing that almost got them fired.
Yes.
You know, because it wasn't like Jimmy Fallon was like, hey, you know, this good one, guys. You know, he was like, hold up, y'all fucking with my salad gig. This is my money. And, you know, NBC had to issue all them apologies, and I think he even apologized to Bachman personally. So, while Jimmy Kimmel was kind enough to have them on shortly after, I really doubt if you're going to be seeing them on Fallon anytime soon.
Good point. You know what?
I
didn't think of that perspective. That's a great point. But Jimmy did back the Roots pretty well on that. He didn't sell them out 100%. He kind of joked around with Questlove on Twitter afterwards and kind of made light of it.